onto their account. They will be able to see their whole payment history, see all their invoices, see everything, just have access to it. You do not take payments in class. We'll go over all of that. Just to ride on the private lesson thing, for those teachers who would like more work and would like to do private lessons, if you're close to here, if you're not close to here, you want to drive here, we have the facility here. We do private lessons out of here. If you would like to do teaching, we have the building. We use it during the day for offices and stuff. At the afternoons, you know, we've got teaching rooms and stuff. We currently have some students that come in and take lessons, but we have pretty open schedule. And so if you would like to do private teaching, we do not do a lot of advertising for here because our main thing is going to the schools. So that's where we put a lot of our focus into, and where our efforts go to. If you would like to use the building here, we have found that the most effective way for us to get students is we have flyers. We go to all places and we put them on cars. Go to Publix, go to the library, go to Winn-Dixie, and put that on there. If you would like, we will print them up with your name on it that says call here and ask for so-and-so for violin lessons or guitar lessons or whatever. If you would like to do that, we'd be more than happy to print those up. You can go, go out, do it, or talk to people, word of mouth, however you want to do it. And then you can build up your students here, and we'll talk. If you're interested in that, talk to us. Well, how it pays and all that stuff. But that's an option that is here. And so if you go out and you get students, then that will be put on your schedule. So you don't have to worry about I'm going to go out and do this, and then all my students are going to go to somebody else. If you're
and we'll also help you build that up. And
right.
People just come in
right.
and they want your instrument. Or
if
whatever.
You've got Wednesday's your day that you come in, and then we got people that just call in, or get people that walk in off the street and they're like, hey, we need guitar lessons or violin lessons, and we'll build that up too. But if you'd like to take that on your own,
that's to use the facility.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
and then that's also outside of the school, because everybody that you guys get through the school is this organization's client.
Yes, and there's actually there is for new teachers that haven't, there is a non-compete clause. We put a lot of money and a lot of time into building our programs and getting students. Any students that come off of a school, whether it be a teacher student, a brother of a kid, anything that comes off of that from you teaching at that school is an MAS student. If you go out and you get students and you bring them into here, they're still going to be technically our students. It'll run through our accounting system. It'll run throughout, and you get paid however much it is per hour that you get paid for private students. And that varies by experience, training, and all that. So we would go over that individually.
How would you keep them separate? Because I do private piano lessons right now.
Right. So whatever you have that you do on your own that's like totally not affiliated with us, that's fine. All of us here, we're in the music business, and if you've got private students and you've been teaching, or you've got a friend of a friend, or your grandma's cousin's nephew says, hey, I want guitar lessons, that's cool. That's more work for you, and we're happy for that. We're not saying you can't teach it all. But if it's our advertising, our building, our school, then that needs to all go through us. And if you were to build up a clientele, and you bring them here, and we get you're teaching 3 or 4 days a week, and then you go off, those students would still stay here. But as long as you're building it up, you're putting the work, and we'll add students to that for you as well. Like you said, we got walk-ins off the street. If you've got Wednesdays and Thursdays, we'll fill it up as best that we can for you.
And will we have access to if I want, for example, if I have a student that wants to take guitar and I don't teach guitar, but they do piano lessons with me and they also want to do guitar, I can always tell them to call the office, or? Yeah,
tell them to call the office. Normally what we'll do if there's a guitar student that comes in that's not off of something that has your name on it, or you're promoting for yourself, I'll usually ask them, because we have a number of different guitar teachers, that I'll say, what kind of style of music are you playing? What's your experience? And try and match them up with someone that's going to fit, especially with guitars. There's so many different ranges you can take it with, and we'll put them, you know, with someone best we can. Yes.
But the private lessons that we do here, like individually, are not related to the book. Like we have to have our own lesson book or have our own.
You can use the book. A lot of the teachers, Mike does a lot of stuff, and he pulls stuff off the internet, you know, that tab whatever popular songs. You're more than welcome to use the book here if you want. You don't want to, that's fine. You know, you can go with whatever method, you know, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever works for the student on that. That's fine.
My last question was regarding the piano. What batteries does it use? When you talk about that?
I think it's AA. And we'll just give you a whole big old pack of them. So you'll just have a bunch of batteries and then...
They're actually pretty efficient. Like if they do get left on, they
But I was
don't really,
thinking,
yeah, they don't really waste. It just powers that little tiny LED.
We've had these, we've used them all summer, and I haven't had a single one run out of battery yet. So
Right.
they're actually pretty long lasting, and you're just going to be using them for class. They're not going to be going home with the students. So I'm pretty confident they'll last for a good while. Anything else?
That's not accurate. That's like I gotta just check something really quick. 'Cause I'm doing a screencast for the people that are in Miami and Palm Beach. I gotta make sure this goes. Okay, now it's recording. Basically, can everybody see the screen? Okay. All right. Basically, the way everything's gonna work for you guys, or just about everything, is gonna be each teacher's gonna have their own website. Through Google, and you're going to have a Gmail account as well. Even if you already have one, we're going to do a separate one so that it's not, you know, mixed up with personal stuff. First, this actually really quick. You're going to have a home page, which is where we're at now. You can see this obnoxious message. It says check your Google Talk messages daily. Google Talk is basically a chat, a Google chat program. It's like AOL, most of the instant message programs. It's the same basic thing. That's going to connect all the teachers and the staff. We'll be sending you messages through that, in addition to other channels as well. But you'll be using that to be able to talk to other teachers for ideas. If you've got, say, you're sick and you need a substitute for that day, obviously you're going to contact us first by phone call. But you can get information about your class quickly to another teacher through there, so you can tell them what you were working on. What songs you're going to roll, those types of things. Get ideas, exchange, and all that good stuff.
We'll also post on there if we know ahead of time. Say Tracy calls and says I can't handle my Tuesday class. We'll post it up there that says it's a free Tuesday class. And if you want the extra work, you got the day free. You can give us a call and let us know.
Yeah.
So assistants are going to be able to help on that too. I think in
Right.
some cases.
Right.
Yes, so you basically have that, and like I said, we'll be sending you messages through there, in addition to emails and different stuff. But that's what that is. All you got to do that, click on this Google Talk button, opens up this little window, and then you would find all of your different teachers will be listed in here. You would double click on them. Even if they're not online, they'll get sent to them. You guys can just chat, just like normal chat stuff. You can actually do video stuff back and forth or audio calls too, if you need to. So that's pretty easy to use. Any of this stuff that I show you, if it's not familiar, if it's weird to use, just call me up and I'll help walk you through it. I'll probably overload you with videos on how to use all this stuff too. That'll just be on your website. I'll show you in a second. So it's there for reference too, so to look at that, but that'll all be there.
The Google Chat thing is a good, it's good too that for, if you came up with a really great game that worked really good and you just want to share with the other teachers, say, hey, I tried this in my class, worked really good, and you can post that up there. Or, you can say, I'm looking for a fun way to teach half-go party page. Or, just kind of get different ideas, bounce things off of each other. one more resource.
And a lot of,
Socializing.
yeah, just kind of exchange of ideas is one way to do it. It's pretty easy. On